Hey, my friend, are you doing this? Are you being really diligent in protecting your peace right now? More than ever, we get to be doing this. And how do we do that? Well, I love object lessons, and this is a statue of a soldier that I have in my office. It reminds me that in scripture it talks various places about guarding your heart and guarding your mind. And when you think about having someone or something standing guard in front of your heart and your mind, saying, unless it's good, unless it's, going to protect my peace and remind me of God's promises, I'm not going to let it pass through. That doesn't mean not being informed. I totally believe we all need to be informed and we need to be wise. We need to do our part, but we also need to make sure that we're not participating in things that feed our fears, whether it's things you watch, you read, you listen to. You and I get to take 100% responsibility for what we participate in. And we get to always evaluate, what is this feeding? Is it feeding my fear or feeding my faith? Is it facts versus, fear-based? What is the purpose of it? And I think that's always a great thing to ask, is what's the purpose of it? Is it for edifying and building up? Or is it for, really pushing the panic button and just causing, undue concern? There's already enough legitimate concern about things in our world. But the reality is, you and I can't control what happens in the world, but we can control certain things that happen in our world. And that's what we get to focus on, not only for ourselves, but our loved ones, and thinking about what it is, what am I listening to? What am I watching? What am I reading? What am I participating in? And is it in alignment with what my Creator has designed me for? Or is it really, Scripture talks about life and death is on the tongue. And so what we say, not just to others, but what we say to ourselves, what we not even speak out loud, but what we say mentally to ourselves and what we say in our spirit has so much power for either building up ourselves and others, or tearing down. So we get to evaluate everything. That's one of my favorite things, is to say, all right, evaluate everything. Just strip it all away and say, starting when I get up in the morning, what am I praying? What am I praying? Am I meditating? Am I giving it to God? Or am I just laying there thinking about all the things that could happen or might happen? And when we think of people who are giving help and receiving help, the best thing we can do in that moment is to pray for them and ask God's provision and protection. And that's one of the biggest cures to keep panic away, is to really just get on our knees. And whether that's actually on our knees, or some of our knees are a little bit older and painful than others. I don't know why I said that, but anyway, get on our knees literally, or just our heart is humbled before God and we are praying and giving it to Him. That's where there's power. And I'm so grateful that we get to immediately, instead of going to the phone, go to the throne. That's what a blessing that we get to do that. So I encourage you, and I'd love you to leave a comment below about what you do to protect your peace. What are practices that you do to protect your peace on a daily basis? Would love to hear from you, and others would be encouraged as well. And head on over to joanendicott.com. I've got a few more videos over there on the blog section. I hope it will encourage your heart. God bless.